Hi, hi. As promised, in my vlog, I went to see Sausage Party. That's my ticket for that. You can see that. But I went to see it this morning. Of course, it was an animated movie. Of course, by creators, by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. They're producing partners and stuff, and they, produced and directed movies and stuff. And this is, of course, if you've seen the trailer, this is it's basically about food, food that thinks that once they get purchased by a guy, they consider humans gods, and once they get bought and taken from the store and leave the store, that they're on to heaven. It's basically like almost a kind of a take on religion in a way. That when they feel that they get bought, and they get taken out and they on their way to heaven. They're on their way to heaven once they get taken by the humans who they consider gods. And of course, things are not like that. If you like I said, you've seen the trailers, things are not like that. They actually discover that there is no heaven. that things are they're not going to heaven, and things are dramatically different. Now, this movie, of course, stars, of course, Seth Rogen. He's his voice working here. Kristen Wiig, Michael Cera, James Franco, Bill Hader, Salma Hayek is in this as well. Jonah Hill is in this. Nick Kroll is in this even. And this movie is funny. I have to give it props. The movie's funny. It's kind of a take on, basically Seth Rogen's character of Frank. His girlfriend is Kristen Wiig. In this movie, her character, she's a bun and he plays a hot dog, and they dream of being together in heaven, getting together. And there's a lot of sexual reference in it. This movie, first of all, this movie is definitely not for kids, okay? Well, this movie rated R, of course, and a lot of sexual humor in this movie. I mean, a lot. Okay, and it's definitely not for kids. It's funny, but I laughed in certain parts of this movie, but it wasn't as funny as I thought I'd be laughing all the way throughout the movie, but it didn't. It's actually a pretty decent movie, but it's just not as funny, I guess, as I thought it would be, because I thought I would be laughing all the way through the movie. No, don't get me wrong, I did laugh at certain parts of this, and a lot of the humor is funny, and of course it's visual because it's animation and stuff, and especially I have to give props to Nick Kroll, who plays a douche, literally. I thought his character was hilarious. His character, whenever he was on screen, stole the show to me, in my opinion. And you got Danny McBride, who had a short little cameo as a Honey Mustard. I thought he was funny. Jonah Hill is in there. He's funny. Salma Hayek played a substantial part. She plays Teresa, a taco, and if you get the sexual reference, and I thought she was decent in this. Even Kristen Wiig, I thought she was hilarious in this as well. But and yeah, Craig Robinson, he played Grits, and Bill Hader is another one that was underrated to me in this movie. He played what was he? He played Firewater, believe it or not, and he was hilarious. He had some of the best lines in the movie, and it's just like I said, I like the humor, and they kind of did try to make a point, I think, about religion, but they really pushed it, especially in the last act. They really took it like over the top, okay, with this movie. I mean, it was funny, but not as hilarious as I thought it would be. Okay, the animation was beautiful. I thought the animation was first rate. And there's moments when it's good to watch, and watching it, but it's not laugh out, fall out of my seat funny as I thought it was going to be. A lot of drug jokes, of course, naturally, a lot of sex jokes, and like I said, the third act is out there and way, way, way. It just goes way, way far. Okay, but overall, I did like it. But it's not a class. Somebody I was reading. Somebody asked if it was funny as the South Park movie. No, the South Park movie is like another level of funny. That movie is perfect blend of animation, humor, and drama and voice work, and that movie is like near perfect to me. South Park, uncut. That movie, I remember going to see it and laughing throughout the movie from beginning to end. The songs are great. Everything was great. They have songs in this movie as well. Songs, okay, I wasn't crazy about the songs, except the initial song they sung when the supermarket opened up. I thought that song was funny, but like I said, the voice work was good. It's just in the story, they had a point to make in the story, but it just wasn't as hilarious as I thought it was going to be all the way through. Okay, and like I said, the third act, specifically one particular part, goes way over the line. Okay, just this goes crazy. They actually go totally crazy in this. Okay, and again, definitely, this is not the movie to see with your kids. Okay, definitely no. This movie is like for, I think probably teenagers and up. It's definitely teenagers and up. You know, older teens up. This movie's definitely not for younger kids because trust me, the humor, the sex jokes, and the drug. No, okay, okay. Overall, I'm gonna give this movie Sausage Party. I'm gonna give it a 7.4. Okay, 7.4. I'm gonna give it a 7.4. Okay, that's what I'm gonna give it. Like I said, there was moments when I laughed, and there was a lot of humorous bits in there. Again, but not laugh out funny like I thought I was. I thought I was gonna be cracking up from beginning to end, but I didn't. There were moments, like I said, I laughed, you know, certain bits and stuff, but just not laugh out funny all the way through. Which I thought this movie was gonna be hilarious. You know, like I said, you get decent voice work from the actors. I thought, and they did try to make a point about religion and stuff in this movie, and I think they just, especially toward the end, they just took it way, way over the top. Okay, so again, 7.4 for me. You know, would I like to see a sequel? Sure, I wouldn't mind a sequel if they just, you know, because these characters are funny, and I think Seth Rogen is very talented, and this was a good looking movie. Okay, but like I said, this is definitely not for kids. Okay, this is an adult movie, and definitely it earns that R rating. I'm surprised. Like I said, I'm sure they might have cut things out to get it to R rating because you can tell some of this humor in this movie was really out there, especially the sexual stuff. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, 7.4. Anyway, let me know what you think. Have you seen Sausage Party? What do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below, and if you like this review, please hit the subscribe button down below. I have another channel called Paul's Views and Opinions. The link is in the description box below. Please check that out, as well as links to my Facebook and Twitter. And this is Trepacer saying so long and take care.